Welcome back to another video of me making a game in Unity. We're past 50 episodes already. I've been working on some optimization and did some little testing beforehand. And when we were having like 50 agents, the FPS was down to like 40. It was getting better, but it was still down to 40. And so I was kind of like, well, why is it still acting up? And so I put a little debug in the AI agent to kind of test. If I go to the AI agent, let's see, I put a little debug. Where did I put it? Maybe I got rid of it. But basically, I put a debug right here saying that, I've created a plan. And what I found out is as the simulation was running, there was no debugs. So there was no, message here saying that an agent had created a plan. When I didn't click on anything, I thought that was kind of strange. And when I clicked on one, maybe it showed one debug. It didn't show them all. So that lets me know that um, the goals are not set for any of the agents. They're not creating a plan. Actually, they weren't even getting to this step here. They were finding out that, okay, we have no goals, so let's just return. And so none of them were creating plans, but it was still having uh, low frame rate. So that was kind of strange. So what I did was like, well, maybe my callback thing is what's messing this up. Maybe um, because I'm running all these scripts here from this one event, maybe that causes things to slow down. So I changed this to just, instead of the update simulation, I just changed it to a regular update. I tested it out that way without using the callback. And so there was no game speed, it was just running at a regular update. The frame rate was still kind of low. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand it's 50 objects, but 50 objects in Unity should be able to still run pretty well in an update that's not really doing a whole lot. Um, so I was like, well, maybe there's something else. So I was trying to think of what else on our agent has an update, and so I went to the AI stack controller because that has an update. And scrolling through it, I looked at this one right here where it's trying to find a home. When it's trying to find a home, it's looping through all of our game objects again. And so all 50 agents, here, I'm going to uncode it and show you the difference. And go here. Whoops, I got to save it. And kind of show the difference. Let me play it. Let me click the frame rates. We're at 50. Okay, click here. Still no changing in the frame rate. And you can see, nothing's happening there. All right, now let me go here and take away this function. And let's see what happens. Look at that. Frame rate's not even changing. Matter of fact, if I speed it up, you can see we're back to being fast. So what was happening is all 50 of these agents were trying to find a home. They were all looping through every single object. And so that's just, we got to optimize that, obviously. So let's get rid of that. Let's go to, and this was not changing like the gather. I didn't change any of the other actions yet to kind of optimize those. Right now I just want to optimize this one. So how am I going to do that? Well, let's do in our building thing here, we're going to have a public virtual void called on build. So this will be a function that will run when it gets built. All right. And then in our house, where is that? Let me go to our game objects. Do I have a house? I think I just have it called build. Um, da 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 da. So I think I need a new script called house, which is fine. Um, Let me just make sure. Let me go to my buildings, house. Yeah, this is just using just using a build script. So let's go to our scripts here and create a new one. Under objects, we'll call it house. And whoops, I don't know why it does that. Maybe you guys know. And this is going to take a build object. And do I need to do anything special? Um, Public override, or we can just say override the on build. And so in here, we are going to find an agent that needs a home. And we're going to do this until we can either go through all of them. So let's see, for each AI agent in our map manager dot instance dot all agents are all villagers, right? Is that what I'm calling it? All agents. If AI agent, why do I have two here? Okay. Um, if AI agent dot my home is equal to null, then we're going to AI agent capital I dot my home is equal to game object. All right. Now we want to let me just go to the AI agent and look at how I wrote that. Whoops, did I just close it? Alrighty. AI agent, where are you? It's right here. Okay, actually, it's in here actually. So we just want to increment the total occupants. Okay, why can I not get the total occupants of this building? Okay, where? AI agent. Um, I was putting this on the interaction. All right, let's go back to see a build. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm referencing the right one. I need to get rid of some of these. Um, Let me go back to, what am I looking for? the house. This should be building. Okay. Which means, let me go back to this one. Let me get rid of this. Really need to rename that. And this is not, this is a game object called building. So in here, we want that virtual on build. Alright, so that should, there we go. So total occupants is plus plus. If total occupants is greater than or equal to the max occupants. Actually, is that how I'm doing it? Right now it's getting, it has a list of villagers. Public list. We'll get rid of that eventually. AI agents. AI agents. Like that. Let's make it a new list. Total occupants. Do I need to do it this way? Well, we'll be thinking about it. Let's go back to our house. And really, we don't want to increment this. We just say if AI agents dot count is greater than or equal to. Actually, we want to make sure it's less than the max. So if the max is 2, if the count is 2, then it would not do this. And we want to say AI agents dot add this agent. Okay. So else just return. We don't need to go through anymore. All right, so this is the on build. And so now in our um, let me go to the map manager. When we create a building, somewhere down here, it's creating a blueprint. This is creating a building. When we create a building, we're going to say building dot on build. Okay. Is that everything? Let's test it out. Again, just trying to optimize things. This might not be a very long video. I just want to get the optimization down. Let's do a house. You can see the little frame drops. Let me just... Every once in a while, you just see kind of a little drop. I can't really see, but a little stutter. Let's pause it. So, we should find our house, and let's see if we can get our list. Agents, we don't have any. Okay, and the reason why, let's go back to our... Yep, let's go back to our prefabs, and we got to add that. Buildings. Let's add the house. And we need to set this all up the same. Name this house. 5 by 5 is 0.1 for the sleep modification, which we're not currently using. And all that's right. So let's get rid of this. Now let's see if we get this to work or if we get bugs or errors. Whoops. There's a house. Start working. He'll finish. He'll take it to there. He's going to go and do the work. Okay. He finished building it. Let's pause it. Let's go to the house. Let's see if we got our residents. AI agents there too. So we got these two. And let's build another house. Kind of test it again. And he's having a baby. Or he or she. She, I guess, he. Okay, house was built. Let's go to this house. And we found some more agents. Just double check it's not the same one. Nope. Alright, so that fixes that optimization. Now the problem is, let's say we build a house, but it doesn't find any agents. So how do we check to see if there's a house available? When we build it, we know it will find an agent. But what if there's already a house and then a new agent is created? Do we look for a house right away? That's a good question. How do we want to do this? We could, in our map manager, just kind of make things easier. We could have a public list of vacant homes so that we don't have to search for these anymore. Game objects and call them vacant homes. And this will basically be homes that no one is living in. So when I go to my house, if we'll do this, map manager dot instance dot vacant homes dot add game object. We're going to add it to that list. If we have to return, then we will remove ourselves from it. So basically copy this, and we are going to remove. Okay. Now, what we could do in our AI stack controller, if our home is null, we could search for a home. But again, that's not, we could say if map manager dot instance dot vacant homes is that count is greater than 0. We can then say let's see, basically we just want this. Um, um, trying to think of the best way to do this. This goes plus plus. First we need to get the building. And this will not be the geo, this will be the, actually we would do for each game object, geo in this. So technically we don't even need this. Okay, we're going to make it the home. We're going to say if the building dot AI agents that count is greater than the max, the building dot max occupants. Then we're going to, oh, we can't do it in this for loop. You can't remove this. So we would have to do like a temp list. Remove home is equal to new list. Remove homes dot add the geo, and then here for each game object in geo in our remove homes, we're going to say map manager dot instance dot vacant homes dot remove the geo. Okay, I hope that's making sense. So let's just go through this really quick. We have a list of remove homes. It's going to be empty. We're going to search through all of our vacant homes, which won't be that many. I mean, considering what we were doing before. So we loop through all the vacant homes, which there might not be any. And if we find one, we will add this game object. We will add the home. Remember, most of the homes are getting occupants as soon as they're built. This is just in case we have a villager that's created and we already have a home that has something that's empty or a vacant spot. So we're keeping track of that when the home is built. And then when this happens, so we add it to remove it, and then we remove it from the vacant homes. And then, not necessary, but remove homes dot clear. Not really necessary, but I don't know, let's just do that. So let's save. And actually, in order to test this out, let's go to our map manager. Instead of creating 50, we're not going to create any. So we're just going to have our two regular guys. And this is going to be kind of tricky. We want to build two homes. 1, 2. Let's get them building those homes first before having another kid. Okay. So let's pause it for a sec. And you can see our FPS is still running pretty good. Of course, we only have 2 villagers right now. And this has vacants, or this is full. So then let's go to our other one. Well, we haven't built it yet. And look, this one automatically is having a kid because they are soulmates, and so it can have a kid. And we've built this house. So we have another house, and we do not have any vacancies. All right. Again, it shouldn't run that often because, you know, as soon as one's created, it's going to search for a vacant home. That's the first thing it's going to do. Once one finds one, from only a few. Now, if I built a ton of homes, then that would get, you know, it would be a big issue because, again, it would just be one villager created. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure how we can really test for that, other than maybe having a bunch of homes already created and a bunch of villagers already created. So let's pause it. Um, hmm. Oh, we did not add ourselves to it. We did find this home, which is the second one. So let's go to that. That's in the AI agent. Sorry, the stack controller. We did not add the um, building. Come on, building dot add AI agents dot add um, AI agent. Okay, so let's test that out again. But this is getting kind of, cool. If we can kind of help the, now we still got some issues. Um, it doesn't really, let's say I pick a gather object right here. Just with some of the distance of what AI decides to do what. It doesn't, the game doesn't kind of correlate all of the agents together to where it, like when I click on a tree here, it doesn't find the closest agent. It's just whichever agent finds this first gets to take it. It should almost be like the other way around. Find an available agent that's close to you. Um, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens down the road. All right. So where's this guy going? Okay. So let's just see. He has a house. Okay. Okay. This is not working correctly. Um, it added itself to this house, and it added itself to this house. Alrighty, let's go back to our agent. We need to exit this. We need a break from here. We need to break. What's really strange is why did it... Vacant homes. Let me save. Do some building. Build here, build here. Um, so we got some more testing to do. Let me go to my map manager and look at my vacant homes. I have one, so it's still thinking that this is vacant. Okay, and then this one's also vacant. Let's go to our code then on our on build. No, it's right here on the house. Um, if the count is less than the max, if count -1 maybe? Maybe I gotta do that. So maybe I have to do that in the stack controller as well. Um, -1. Okay, let's try it again. Build. No, I don't want to build a farm. Build a house. Build a house. Let's speed up the simulation. Let's get another. All right, let's pause it. Let's just pause it for a sec. Let's see our vacant homes now. Map manager, vacant homes. We still are saying that this is vacant. What gives? We have two. Let's go to our build. This right here. That's our house. Let's see, for each agent, if agents that count is -1 less than the max occupants. If agent is equal to null, then we're going to add it. Okay, it goes to the next agent. So we remove it. Agents dot add max occupants. Let's just put a break here. Let's attach it. All right, build 2 homes. Start chopping that down. All right. So the agent count is 0, max count is 2. Let's, does the agent have a home? Nope. Now we're adding it. Okay. Count is -1. So we're going, is it null? So we add it. Oh, you know what? It gets through all of them. That's why. It's done looping through all the agents, so therefore, so we want to do this. If the count is greater than or equal to the max occupants, we want to then remove it. Okay. Let's test this again. So build a house, chop down some trees, speed things up, slow things down, speed things up, slow it down. Okay, let's pause the simulation. Click on the house. We have our 2 occupants. Map manager is no longer vacant. Okay, so let's continue the simulation by building another home and having a kid. We're on super fast mode. Just do some stuff. Okay, let's pause it. Pause the simulation. Let's go to our, we have a, do we have a house? We do. Which house do we pick? We picked the second house. Let's just double check. Task manager, map manager, vacant homes. We still have a vacant home because this one still has one more occupant that I can have. What are you doing right now? Nothing, you're idle. Okay. Good job. Okay, now we're putting them to work. We're going to test the pause. Okay. What's happening here? Let's just pause our simulation. What is happening? Well, here's what's happening. We have 2 agents here. This one, and they are soulmates, right? Soulmate. Yep, they are soulmates. And the problem is, they both can make babies. And so that's something we need to, you can see, can have babies. They're both have that checked, and we don't have a whether, soulmates. Anyways, we'll fix that. Um, but let's go to our house. Let's go to our second house. Okay, our occupants are those 2. And let's go to our vacant homes. Where's our vacant homes? Hopefully that is also removed. Nope, we still have it. So I am doing something wrong there. Let's just speed things up just to see what happens. Let's have two more kids. Let's pause it. Oh, they're going to that house. Our vacant home's no longer there. Let's go to our house. See how many people we got living in this house. We have 4. Okay, so that is happening in the stat controller. Uh, okay, this agent is looking for a home. If agent's count -1 is greater than the max occupants, remove that. It did remove it, but why did it remove it much later? This is adding the agent. Building.agents.count -1 is greater than building. Max occupants, remove homes, add geo. Okay, first it's empty, and it checks. It adds this agent. The count is now higher. -1. Removes it. Max occupants. Hmm. Let me put a break here. F9 for a break. Let me attach it. Okay. Let's try to do that scenario again. Build, this, super fast mode. Building that. Okay, it's having a baby. Okay, so we got a new agent. The count is now 1. What's the max? 2. Okay. Um, okay. Greater than it. Alright, so that's that. Let me step out of this. Step over, step out. Let me just step over. I want to just get back to playing the simulation. Ooh, look at my frame rate. Why is it doing that? It doesn't like to go in that debugger and then come back. Great. And let me pause it. Maybe unpause it. Nope, still got issues going from the debugging back to here. Alright, let me just undo the play. Where's my... So what could be happening is... when our count becomes 2, so we don't want this -1 here. We want this to equal it. Alright, let me just go back to this thing. It's kind of going slow. Go back here. Get rid of this. Just stop debugging. Come here. Let's try this again. Speed things up. Here we go. Okay, pause it. We had another one. So right now in my map manager we have still 1 vacant. Speed things up again to get another one. Okay, and we're no longer vacant. All right, so they're gonna go both have a baby because why not? And let's build another house. And here we go again. Build another house. Build another house. We don't have any wood. Get some wood, guys. Come on, there's plenty of trees. We're on the edge of Fangorn Forest here. Just burn down the trees. Don't worry. uh, I don't know. I make myself laugh sometimes. Keep building homes. We need more homes. Actually, we don't. Look at them. Look at them just tearing down these trees. Come on, build more homes. Why are you only building in that direction? Let's go over here and build some. Where are you going? Maybe they're going to sleep. Who knows? I do have like a sleep function. All right, we are getting some out of range stuff. A lot of them right now. It's getting all kinds of problems. Look at all these errors we're getting. The FPS is still going pretty strong. Let's see how many agents we have. AI agents is 167. Holy cow. What in the world? Look at this. This is awesome. I mean, yeah, I got all these bugs. This bug here, but this will be an easy fix, whatever that is. But look at our frame rate. We're still at 90. We were able to, or when I say we, I mean me. I was able to optimize it. Yay! We can have 167 agents, and they're all doing their thing, and we are coming close back to even better where we were before. Just build. We have no storage. Who cares? Who needs storage? Just leave it on the ground. It's not like it matters in our game currently. We're going to have a reason why we would want to put things in a storage and just not leave it on the ground. Look at all these homes and how many babies we have. Let's keep seeing how many we have. The frame rate is now decreasing quite a bit. And it could be, let me just pause it for a sec. Unpause it. So we are getting a decrease with our frame rate. How many AI agents? We have almost 300 agents. We're kicking it to about, probably half of what our frame rate used to be. As a matter of fact, to really see the difference, you see these agents moving? I'm on super fast mode and they're not really moving fast. So this is how you know your frame rate is being affected when the game speed doesn't change. If I do that, my frame rate goes back up and we can see a noticeable difference. This is like super slow mode. If I do super fast mode, it's not really that much of a difference than doing just normal mode. I think the issue has to do with that argument out of range. Has to do when I click something here. So when we're going left, we're checking too much. But yeah, how many agents do we have now? Agents, we have almost 400 agents. Let's keep going until we have 1,000. Let's get another house. Let's clear all this. Okay, well maybe we won't do that because our frame rate's getting pretty low here. And it could be let me go to my map manager. I have no vacant homes. So who knows what else is causing it to lag? Is it just because I have 500 agents and they all have updates? That's a good question. Um, so what I might start looking into is using the job systems and see if I need to do that. Because really we want to have, and I don't know what else could be causing lags in our program. Are we looping through other stuff? Let me see if I click on him. Is this right here getting too much? Maybe I turn this off. If every agent, let me just pick a random agent here. Because they're all having babies. Well, he doesn't have any goals. Probably because you don't have a home. You don't have anywhere to live. You got no goals in your life, man. Come on, get with it. I don't know. Um, what is, what all causes this? Is it really just because we have 500 objects? And maybe that is the answer. Yes, you have 500 objects. They're all doing something to a certain extent, and it just can't. Even, keeping track of the AI stats, maybe that is causing it to lag. If I do 4, see, this is why I think it's more the simulation and not, because look, when I do 4, how much I'm updating it changes. And so we can get our frame rates back to 100, but we're not checking as often. So I know it has to do with how often we're checking it. If I do 3, then the simulation, um, this is on super fast mode. If I do 1, so there's no difference in our frame. 1, 2, and 3. But when I do 4, which is slow mode, it changes it quite a bit. Um, let's just see how many we have now. All right, we have 600 agents. There's probably like huge spikes in this because some of them are doing them at the same time, completing, having a kid at the same time. I have on super slow mode. All right, well that's kind of cool. We did optimize it. We still need some work to do because you know what? We're not going to have a village that just has, you know, 200. That's not enough. We want at least a village to have 1,000 villagers, even more if possible. So I gotta find other ways to optimize this other than putting into like a slow mode kind of state. Well, thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. Hope you're learning things. I know sometimes it's not as exciting, uh, but we are making progress. And if anything, for now, if I can't like optimize it right now at this point, we could maybe do some more things with our village and actually make it more into a game, um, where you're more playing it. So, anyways, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.